If Canada wants to survive, it must first define what it's even fighting for. Consider the United States. It was born in fire, founded through revolution, rebellion, and an unrelenting desire to break free from imperial rule. Its national identity is steeped in the language of liberty, self-determination, and resistance to tyranny. Canada, by contrast, was negotiated into existence. No grand rupture, no declaration of independence, just a patchwork of leftover colonies stitched together through bureaucratic agreements and royal assent. One nation fought for its freedom, the other was handed a constitution by its colonial overlords, and that contrast has haunted us ever since. Canada's national identity has always been fragile, defined more by what we're not than by any clear sense of what we are. We pride ourselves on being less brash than Americans, more polite, more tolerant, but this is just negative space, a shadow cast by our southern neighbor, and shadows, by their very nature, lack substance. This insecurity metastasized during Pierre Trudeau's tenure. His vision for a multicultural Canada marked a dramatic shift in how we imagined ourselves. Before Trudeau, immigrants were encouraged, expected even, to assimilate into the cultural fabric of the nation. But Trudeau's policy explicitly rejected the idea of a singular Canadian culture. Instead, multiculturalism became the official doctrine, not to have newcomers adopt Canada's ways, but to have Canadians make room for everyone else's. In doing so, we stopped shaping a cohesive national identity and started fragmenting into a collection of cultural enclaves with no unifying ethos. Justin Trudeau took this even further, declaring Canada to be the world's first post-national state, a nation with, in his own words, no core identity. Postnationalism is the belief that national borders and identities are outdated relics. In theory, it's about inclusivity. In practice, it's about erasure. With no shared culture, no unifying values, and no real pride in what makes Canada distinct, the only thing left to hold us together is bureaucracy, and that's not a nation, it's a spreadsheet. So it's no wonder we're in the mess we're in. We never even built a solid foundation of shared values, and the one thread we have clung to, we're not America, isn't enough to weather a storm. Alberta feels alienated, Quebec remains a nation within a nation, Ontario sees itself as the center of it all. What actually binds us all together? The truth is, nobody really knows. And that's why there's been so little resistance to the collapse of Canada over the past decade, because how do you fight for a country when no one has ever even told you what that country is?